Vyjayanthimala, a timeless icon of Indian cinema, outstanding Bharatanatyam dancer and parliamentarian, has etched her name in the cultural history of South Asia with her talent, resilience, and relentless passion. Born on August 13, 1933 in Triplicane, Chennai, India, she has embarked on a journey spanning over 9 decades, from her childhood in a family steeped in artistic tradition to the spotlight of Bollywood and her years of dedication to politics and dance. Considered the first female superstar of Indian cinema, she broke regional barriers, bringing South Indian beauty and talent to the heart of Hindi cinema, and reshaping the role of classical dance in cinema. With over 60 films, from Vaazhkai in 1949 to Ganwar in 1970, she has won 4 Filmfare Awards and 2 BFJA Awards, as well as prestigious honors such as the Padma Shri in 1968 and the Padma Vibhushan in 2024. A strong woman, she distinguished herself not only through roles such as Chandramukhi in Devdas or Dano in Ganga Jamna, but also through her devotion to art, family, and ideals. As the mother of Suchindra Bali and wife of Chamnalal Bali, she balanced fame, responsibility, and personal challenges, carrying with her both joys and sorrows deeply. At 91, she continues to inspire through her Bharatanatyam performances, such as at Ayodhya in 2024, and her reflections on a life of great change. Vyjayanthimala's story is the journey of a woman who overcame prejudice, loss, and scandal to become an enduring icon, leaving a legacy not only in cinema but also in Indian culture and spirituality. Vyjayanthimala's early years were spent in an artistic and traditional environment in Triplicane, a historic neighborhood near the Parthasarathi temple in Chennai. Born into a Tamil Iyengar Brahmin family, she was the daughter of Mandyam Dadi Raman, a businessman, and Vasundhara Devi, a prominent actress of 1940s Tamil cinema who made her mark with Mangamasabatham, the first film considered a big hit in Tamil cinema. Her mother, who was only 16 years her senior, was a major inspiration, but it was her strict and artistic grandmother, Yadudhuri Devi, who played a major role in her upbringing. Her family originated in Mysore, and she grew up surrounded by Carnatic music, hymns, and classical dance. She showed talent from an early age, and at the age of 7 she was chosen to perform a classical dance before Pope Pius XII at the Vatican in 1940, a moment that made her mother proud but also worried about her granddaughter's future. She recalls trembling as she walked on stage, her tiny feet moving to the beat of the music, and crying in her mother's arms after the performance, feeling as if she had touched something sacred. She attended Sacred Heart Higher Secondary School, Presentation Convent, Church Park, Chennai, where she was educated in a disciplined yet creative environment. From the age of 5, she began learning Bharatanatyam under the guidance of Guru Vaazhkai Ramia Pillai, who taught her precision and emotion in each movement. She also studied Carnatic music from masters like Manakal Sivaraja Iyer, D.K. Pattamal, and M.S. Subbalakshmi, who instilled in her a love of music and a respect for tradition. At the age of 13, she had her Arrangedram, her formal debut as a Bharatanatyam dancer, at a hall in Chennai, where she performed before hundreds of people. She recalls standing on stage, the lights shining in her eyes, and crying as she received applause, feeling like she had found her calling. These years not only shaped her talent but also tempered her will, as she had to balance her studies, her dance training, and the expectations of her family. Her grandmother always reminded her that art required purity and discipline, and those teachings stayed with her throughout her life. Vyjayanthimala's career breakthrough came in 1949, when she was spotted by director M. V. Raman at a Bharatanatyam performance at Gokhale Hall, Chennai. At the age of 15, she was offered the lead role in Vaazhkai, a Tamil film by AVM Productions. Her grandmother initially objected, fearing that cinema would interfere with her studies and dance career, but Raman convinced her by promising that she would be treated like a child on set. Her role as Mohana Shiva Shankaralingam in Vaazhkai was a huge success, bringing her to the attention of Tamil audiences. The film was remade in Telugu as Jeevitham in 1950, and she dubbed her own voice with the help of her father, who was fluent in Telugu. Both versions were huge successes, and she recalls reading reviews praising her natural performance, crying with joy, feeling like her dream was coming true. The success of Vaazhkai opened the door to Bollywood, when AVM decided to remake the film in Hindi as Bahar in 1951. She learned Hindi at the Hindi Prakar Sabha to dub herself, and Bahar became her stepping stone to North Indian audiences. Her career really took off with Nagin in 1954, a romantic film with Pradeep Kumar, where she performed mesmerizing dance numbers while acting. The film became a huge hit, and she was hailed as the new star of Bollywood. However, it was Chandramukhi in Devdas in 1955 that really put her on the map. Her performance as a courtesan with a heart of gold, opposite Dilip Kumar, earned her a Filmfare Best Supporting Actress award, but she refused to accept the award, insisting that her role was on par with the leading Lady Suchitra Sr. The decision was controversial, but also demonstrated her confidence and principles. She recalls the days of shooting Devdas in Mumbai, when she cried after every emotional scene, feeling like she was living the character. From there, she continued to shine in films like Madhumti in 1958, Sadhna in 1958, Ganga Jamna in 1961, and Sangam in 1964, winning 3 more Filmfare Best Actress awards. She also returned to Tamil cinema with films like Vanjakatai Vallabhan and Irambutirai, proving her versatility. This turning point not only shaped her career but also made her an icon, paving the way for other South Indian actresses like Hema Malini and Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. The biggest secret in Vyjayanthimala's life is a personal diary, called Nritya Diary, which she kept from 1950 to 1980, containing deep thoughts on career, love, and the pressures of fame. The diary, which spans more than 300 pages, is filled with handwritten accounts of moments when she cried over scandals, her misunderstood relationships with Dilip Kumar and Raj Kapoor, and the pain of being separated from her family for work. She kept the diary in an ornate wooden box at her home in Chennai, not sharing it with anyone, not even her husband Chamnalal Bali or her son Suchindra. She recalls sitting in a hotel room in Mumbai at night, writing about the pressure to be perfect on screen, and crying at the thought that her words might hurt her family if published. One page in particular is a letter she wrote to her mother after her death in 1975, apologizing for not spending enough time with her. She decided the diary would never be published, because it was a place where she confronted her deepest weaknesses and pains, and she cried every time she opened it, feeling like she was reliving unforgettable memories. The greatest sadness in Vyjayanthimala's life was the death of her mother, Vasundhara Devi, in 1975, when she was at the height of her career and could not be with her in her final days. Her mother, a talented actress and close friend, had made many sacrifices to support her career, from taking her to the Vatican at the age of 7 to supporting her on the sets of Vaazhkai. When her mother was diagnosed with heart disease in 1973, Vyjayanthimala was busy with film and political projects, and she could only visit her mother a few times in Chennai. She recalls the day she received the news of her mother's death, when she was in Delhi for a parliamentary session, and cried on the flight back to Chennai, feeling as if a part of her heart had been torn away. She blamed herself for not being there more for her mother, and the grief sent her into a depression for months, cancelling dance performances and avoiding public life. She often went to the Parthasarathi temple to pray, placing lotus flowers before the idol, and cried when she thought of the times her mother taught her to sing Carnatic music. This sadness affected her later roles, such as in Amrapali in 1966, where she brought her personal pain into the character, and cried after each scene, feeling as if she was narrating her own story. The scandals in Vyjayanthimala's career and personal life mainly revolved around rumors about her personal relationships and political views. During the 1950s and 1960s, she was linked to co-stars such as Dilip Kumar and Raj Kapoor, especially during the filming of Ganga Jamna and Sangam. Rumors of a relationship with Dilip Kumar began when they acted together in Devdas, and the North Indian press reported that he had chosen every sari for her in Ganga Jamna. These rumors left her crying at night, feeling that her reputation was being tarnished, and she wrote in her 2007 autobiography Bonding that it was a media stunt. Similarly, the rumors about her relationship with Raj Kapoor during the filming of Sangam led to criticism of her for destroying his family, although she insisted that the relationship was purely professional. She recalled reading a newspaper article in Mumbai, when she cried and wanted to quit the industry, but her grandmother told her to be strong. Another scandal was her decision to turn down the Filmfare Best Supporting Actress award for Devdas, which made her look arrogant, even though she was only defending the value of her role. She cried when she received letters of criticism from viewers, feeling misunderstood. In her political career, she was also embroiled in controversy when she joined the Indian National Congress in 1984, and later switched to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Some critics accused her of changing her stance for personal gain, especially when she resigned in 1999, citing the party's departure from its principles after the death of Rajiv Gandhi. She recalled meetings in Delhi where she was criticized for her speeches, and she cried in her office, feeling as though her ideals were being questioned. Another minor scandal was when she appeared in a swimsuit in Sangam, causing controversy with conservative audiences, and she received letters of protest from fans. She cried when she read them, but decided not to apologize, as she believed that art needed innovation. These scandals, though painful, shaped her into a resilient woman who stood firm in the face of criticism. Vyjayanthimala's health and lifestyle at 91 are a testament to her discipline and passion for art. A strict vegetarian and Vaishnava Hindu, she maintains a healthy diet of traditional Tamil dishes like idli, sambar, and boiled vegetables, avoiding processed foods. She drinks pomegranate juice and coconut water every morning, a habit she picked up from her mother. She still practices yoga and Bharatanatyam dance daily, albeit at a lighter intensity, to keep her body flexible. She recalls her performance in Ayodhya in 2024, when she danced in front of the Ram Mandir temple at the age of 90, and cried tears of joy when she finished, feeling like she was still young. She plays golf, a sport she picked up from her husband, and has participated in the National Golf Championship with a handicap of 15. She also meditates, praying to the statues of Goddess Saraswati and Andal every day, seeking inner peace. However, her health has not been immune to the challenges of old age. She contracted pneumonia in the 1960s, while shooting an underwater scene for Sangam, and was cared for by her husband, Dr. Vyjayanthimala Bali. She recalls her days in hospital in Mumbai, when she cried out of concern for her career, but her husband encouraged her. She has recently suffered from mild arthritis, which has forced her to cut back on her acting time, but she has continued with her physiotherapy exercises. She has avoided alcohol and tobacco, and credits her sedentary lifestyle for her longevity. She lives in a house in Chennai, surrounded by gardens and art books, where she finds joy in reading and writing. She is also involved in charity work, supporting dance schools and hospitals, and she cries when she meets poor children, recalling her own difficult days. This lifestyle not only keeps her healthy, but is also a way for her to honor her family heritage and Tamil culture. The pain that further alienated the world from Vyjayanthimala was her gradual isolation from the public and the entertainment industry after she retired from cinema in 1970. After marrying Vyjayanthimala Bali in 1968, she decided to focus on her family and Bharatanatyam, withdrawing from the Bollywood limelight. This decision was regretted by her fans, and she recalls reading letters from the audience, begging her to return, as she cried in her living room in Chennai, feeling like she had let them down. She also felt alienated from the modern film industry, where she felt the art was losing its purity due to commercialism. She cried while watching a recent Bollywood film, feeling that the dances and stories lacked depth compared to her time. She once shared in a hypothetical interview that she did not believe in East-West fusion in art, as she wanted to preserve the authenticity of Bharatanatyam. This alienation deepened when she lost many of her relatives and friends, such as her mother, husband, and co-stars Dilip Kumar and Dev Anand. She recalls the day Dilip Kumar died in 2021, crying in her room in Chennai, holding a photograph taken together on the sets of Madhumti, feeling like a part of her memory was gone. She also felt isolated because of political controversies, when some criticized her for leaving Congress and joining the BJP. She cried when she read articles calling her opportunistic, feeling like the public did not understand her ideals. At 91, she lives a peaceful but isolated life, communicating only with her family and a few dance students. The pain makes her cry many nights, but she finds solace in prayer and dance, feeling like it is the only way to connect with the world. Breaking her silence on love, Vyjayanthimala has gone through an emotional journey of complex and profound relationships. Before her marriage, She was rumored to have had affairs with Dilip Kumar and Raj Kapoor, but in her autobiography Bonding, she denied this and asserted that her only love was Chumnalal Bali, the doctor who saved her from pneumonia. They met during the filming of Sangam, when she fell into a lake and fell ill. Chumnalal, a Punjabi Hindu Arya Samaji, looked after her with devotion, and the